Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever, wherever you are watching this. I just want to, I said, good evening. Oops, oops. What's that? All right, my apologies about that. Well, tonight I just wanted to vent a little. It's been a while since you have heard from the Mayor of Fadeyi. I've been down cooking and dreaming and thinking and basically just almost getting run mental by what is going on in Africa right now, especially my country, Nigeria. There's a lot of crazy, wild things going on out there. And every time we shout and we shout, and tonight I just had to come out and just rant a little bit. You're going to forgive me. I have no notes. I have nothing. I just want to talk because I saw a video tonight or this afternoon about some kids that were all grouped together, gathered together, and dumped in a courtroom like criminals. I'm talking 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids. And then on further investigation, we are finding out that they've been in jail for 90-something days because they were carrying the flag of Russia during protest. They are being tried as insurrectionists. And they've been locked in jail for more than 90 days. That just set me crying. I just burst into tears, and I'm not kidding. I saw this video. I'm like, oh my God, is this the country? Is this my country? And that reminded me about what has been happening with me for the last 1 month. I realized I can't deal with the reality of what I see in Africa anymore. So I'm escaping now into the realm of what I call fiction, historical fiction, contemporary fiction, so that I can speak my mind. I can say it the way I see it without anybody suing me for libel or claiming I'm talking about them or hating my country, because Africa is going to the dogs and Nigeria is leading the way. I don't know whether this is a problem of our skin anymore, a problem of the white man, or our problem, because when they handed over these countries to us, all those countries that were colonized, at least the countries were working. Yes, they were exploiting us. Yes, they were ruling over us, but things were working. But look at Nigeria today. Look at South Africa. My first time in South Africa, honest to God, 1992, my first time when I visited. That place looked better than London to me. It was my first time there. I was so excited that this is an African country. Everything worked perfectly. The roads were great. The lights work. There was efficiency in the civil service. Everywhere I go, I see efficiency. Lights everywhere. Roads good everywhere. Go and look at it today. Barely 30 years after being handed over to the black people. Look at what they are doing. And if I talk, if it's a white man saying this, they will say it's racist. I am black, and I am proud to be black. But I'm not proud of what my continent is becoming. I'm not proud of what black people are doing in government. Look at South Africa now. It looks like a doghouse, filth everywhere. Even the black Africans in South Africa themselves, they are fed up. Some of them are saying, bring back the white guy. It's like we can't run a damn thing. There is nowhere in Africa today that you can point to and say, this is a country that is going places among the countries of the world. If we are going to point, we point to Rwanda, that is not even as big as Fadeyi. We say that is the progressive country in Africa. What is wrong with us? And Nigerians are reputed all over the world for being so smart, for being so intelligent, for being endowed with everything. But look at us. This is us. If I talk now, they will say it's because I'm obedient. Because I'm not obedient. I'm not obedient to nobody. I'm obedient to Nigeria. During election, yes, I did support a particular candidate. Election is over. I'm only on the side of Nigeria today. Though I have deep sympathies for the obedience, I think the children of anger should continue being angry, because no nation can progress when its youth are no longer angry. So I'm totally resonating with the obedience, even though I respectfully remove myself there. I'm 60 years old. Let the youth go fight for their future. But I want to comment independently so that I can attack Peter Obi, I can attack Jagaban, I can attack Atiku if I don't think they're doing the right thing. So I don't want to be partisan. But please, I have deep respect for the obedience out there, because the nation dies when the youth are no longer angry at the underperformance of their nation. Yeah, I will say that again. The nation dies when the youths of a nation are no longer angry about the mess in their nation. And when they talk, they call them children of anger. Of course, what do they want to be? You want them to be smiling? But I'll leave children of anger for a minute. I have deep respect for them, mad respect for obedience, and I will continue to say that. I want to talk about our nation right now. We have a president where things are going crazy. And I can no longer keep quiet. I got to say my piece. But I realize I will get in trouble if I keep calling it and calling names directly like that because they don't mind. So I decided to go into the realm of fiction. I decided to just go into my head and manufacture a country called Muguland, which is a representative of the best and worst of Africa right now. Everything I'm going to be portraying in my Muguland nation. I'm just starting that nation. I'm going to be launching the first book. I know I've been saying it, but this time it's going to happen on the 17th of November. I couldn't bring it out in October. The print was slow and all that. I wanted to do some print copies that I'm actually going to give away. It's called The Kingmaker of Muguland. I had to go into this Muguland nation and begin to write historical fiction, or call it satire if you like, because now I can understand where all those big literary giants, the Chinua Achebes of this world, they can't deal with the reality they are confronted with. So they have to go into the realm of literature, into the realm of imagination to try to portray what they are saying. And that is what I want to do with Muguland. I don't by any means, I'm not equate myself with the Wole Soyinka or Chinua Achebe or those great literary writers, but I can understand what they are thinking, understand their pain. So I'm going to do my best. So I'm launching a series called the Chronicles of Muguland series about this historical fictional country. And as I write about them, you're going to see yourself in there. You're going to see your leaders in there. I'm not mentioning anybody by name, but if the cap fits you, then you should wear it because it's historical fiction inspired. Yes, I'm no longer denying, inspired by true life events. But I'm not going to mention any names. I'm not going to talk about you directly. I'm changing everything around. But it's so that we can focus on the issues rather than on the personalities, rather than on taking ourselves to court for libel and refusing to discuss the issues. We are going to discuss the issues all over Africa. In Kenya, the youths are moving mad. They want to remove their governments because the government will no longer take care of them. In South Africa, the youths are going crazy to the point now where they're even attacking foreigners like Nigerians. In Niger, same thing. So it's an African thing. So Muguland is representative of a typical African country. And it's going to literally blow your mind. As I begin to count down from today to November 17th, I'm going to be blowing your mind as I introduce you to different characters in the book so that you can draw your own parallels to historical fiction. Again, remember, this is not real. It's an Okwebanwo imagination. What's in my head. And nobody can say I can't write what's in my head. But before I go into what really blew my mind today and got me into tears, I want to play what I'll call an uplifting video. Okay, I wrote the song and I got Mugu Prince to produce the song, and now somebody did a graphic video of it for me. I don't have money to go shoot all those ones that Clarence Peters does. But I say, this is the kind of Muguland in my head. Muguland the beautiful, a nation that is so blessed with everything that the whole world is envious of, but somehow cannot live up to potential. I like to start on a hopeful note because I'm going to be blowing mad tonight. I'm going to be wilding tonight because we can no longer keep quiet when they start treating children the way I saw today. But before we go into the darker areas of this of today's show, I want to play for you this hopeful song about this country called Muguland. That's in my imagination. It can be your country if you're a Nigerian watching this. It can be your country if you're a Kenyan watching this. It can be your country if you're a South African watching this. It can be your country if you're a Rwandan watching this. So this is not really about any particular one country, but you can make up your mind as you watch this. I just want to play this hopeful song before we go into the dark corners of my broadcast tonight. This song is called Muguland the Beautiful, and it's an amazing song from Mugu Prince. Enjoy. When I come back, we will talk about one of the most annoying, gaslighting, upsetting things I've ever seen in my country, Nigeria now. But let's watch Muguland the Beautiful.
Muguland, beautiful, shining through the lands where the harvests grow wide, the envy of nations with blessings worldwide. Sunshine that warms us, no frostbite in sight. Our weather's a gift in the day and the night. Brains that amaze and hearts full of fire. The world sees our talent, we rise even higher. We build and we shine, no challenge too tall. Mughal leaders rise, we conquer it all. Mughal land, beautiful, shining through the rain. From the mountains to the seas, we rise again. With our land so green and our hearts so true. Mughal land of beautiful, all eyes on you. Resilient we stand, through storms we smile. Every hardship we face, we rise in style. Over 250 tribes with a culture so rich. Born from the past where traditions stitch. The riches below, from oil to gold. Natural wonders that never grow old. From diamonds to gas, we've been truly blessed. The world looks to Mughal land for the best. Mughal land, beautiful, shining through the rain. From the mountains to the seas, we rise again. With our land so green and our hearts so true. Mughal land of beautiful, all eyes on you. Our food tells a story, from jollof to stew. Pepper soup that warms and fufu too. A taste of our land in every bite. The world craves our flavors both day and night. We laugh through the pain, our spirits don't break. With joy in our hearts and love that we make. Mughal land's a treasure for all to behold. A future so bright, a story untold. Mughal land, beautiful, shining through the rain. From the mountains to the seas, we rise again. With our land so green and our hearts so true. Mughal land of beautiful, all eyes on you. Mughal land, the beautiful, shining through the rain. From the mountains to the seas, we rise again. With our land so green and our hearts so true. Mughal land of beautiful, all eyes on you.
Mughal land, the beautiful, all eyes on you. I had to sit down and pen that, of course, with my best friend, ChatGPT. I need to figure out what is in my head. Mughal land is so blessed, just like many of our countries, just like Nigeria, just like Kenya, just like South Africa. We are so blessed, but we can't get our shit together. Okay? We have gold, we have diamonds, we have the best brains, but somehow we can't put it together. And now we are going from bad to worse. I watched this today, and I want to talk first today. By the way, that video was done by one of my students in the Fish for Life school. It's if you like somebody to do great videos for you to promote an event, to do for your music, for your events or whatever. I've got the boys have got you covered. Let us know. I will be happy to help you out. But things are getting from bad to worse. From Kenya, we just saw the youths lock down their nation because their rulers don't care about them. They are ruining their future. We saw South Africa going really wilding all over the place. And now in Nigeria of today, I saw a video and I could not believe I'm in Nigeria watching that. I'm going to play it for you. Because when this gentleman they call Very Dark Man, when he started going wilding, when he started moving mad, people started to call him names. They call him all sorts of names. But that man, by single-handedly, is pointing out issues in our nation that we have to deal with. We can no longer ignore Very Dark Man. I don't know the man. I don't know him from Adam. But kudos to him. I will be donating money to his projects. Yes. Why? Because the people should speak. The people should talk. They are not talking. They are leaving it to some guy, one musician guy that ordinarily nobody should even be able to count worthy of anything. But the man has taken it upon his head. His name is Very Dark Man. I don't even know his real name. And yet we see people condemning him all over the place rather than condemning the issue that he's raising. So today I was watching his handle. And this is what
Now this boy, 10 years old boy, right? Me and this boy, they size 7. Apparently, these are the boys that the Tinubu government arrested, that they were flying Russian flag. all these children where you see like this now, they go prison because they could not secure bail for them. They are going to the prison now. They could not secure bail for them. Now the question is this: what does this boy know about flag? This boy does not even have a basic education, let alone knowing that he flew a flag. So you are charging all these kids for treason. Me, I just came out of cell, and I was with them. That's the craziest part. This morning I was going to pee when I woke up. I was going to pee when I saw this boy. I was like, this boy is my children. So now we came to court. They could not grant their bail. They have abandoned the case. So where are they going to sleep? They are going to sleep inside the cell again. And already they've stayed for more than 90 days. Today is the 93rd day, 93 days for all the children. See them everywhere. Today is the 93rd. This one boom. This one don't leave. Oh. Which food? This one don't leave. See everybody. And all the way from Kano. Where they carry from? From Kano. Brought them from Kano to Abuja. Where's their parents? Their parents now go they cry. Nobody. See them. All these are kids. 10 years old. How old are you? And the best condition. 14 years. All of them are less than 17 years old. It's crazy. It's crazy and it's not fair. Come on.
See, I watched that. First, I like, what am I watching here? And then I saw a follow-up video from somebody else. And I'm like, no effing way is this happening in my nation.
Let me go and take the They came to the now. The prosecutor should do their business. How can you arrange children? What house? Sorry.
Guys, I could not believe my eyes. Those were children. Those could be your children. They could be my children if I was living in Nigeria. They could be anybody's children. 8 years old, 9 years, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, all of them under 17 years old. Our government gathered government of Jagaban, President Bola Tinubu Ahmed, who is my brother, who is my king. Yes, I'm Yoruba. But this is not about obedient or obede or whatever bullshit. This is humanity. In his government, they gathered these young kids and they are running them for treasonable felony. They are running them for being insurrectionists. Children that cannot even spell insurrection if they ask them. Children that cannot even recognize the flag of Russia from the flag of Britain. Our own government in Nigeria of 2024 will round up those children, will lock them in court up for 92 days now. Where is United Nations? Where is Abike Dabiri? Where is all those people? Where is Femi Falana? Where are all those people? These are children. God damn it, these are children. Our government locked them up for 90-something days without bail. They probably don't have anybody to bail them. And then some bone-headed prosecutor who should be jailed too now charge them to court. And then you see the whole court with children all over the place. Who is even the judge in that court that will allow that rubbish, that travesty to happen in his court? This is what people resign for. People with honor, people with intelligence, people with human feeling. If the government insists on doing this, I expect the people involved to resign. What the heck? 10-year-old children, insurrectionists. What do they know? Yet you know the leaders. This government, they know those who send them. They know those who are behind them. You don't go and arrest them. You go and arrest these children that obviously somebody is using. They can't protest on the street even without somebody telling them, yeah, go and protest. Those are the ones you are arresting. And then when we are talking, some defenders of the government and say, oh, there are instances where you can arrange children as adults. Share a number, is that what we are talking about? Are these the type of children for insurrection? Insurrection, people. Treasonable felony. That's what Nigeria has become. And I'm beyond disgusted I'm angry, I'm upset, and I'm embarrassed, I'm ashamed. Attorney General of the Federation, Mr. Fagbemi, I'm ashamed of you, sir. I'm embarrassed to be a lawyer like you. Because if this is happening under you, you are the Attorney General. So you cannot say you don't know. Everybody that is charged, they are charged in your name because you are the Attorney General of the Federation. What are you doing? If the government insists on doing this, I expect you as an honorable man that I know you to be, to resign. Inspector General of Police, shame on you. I'm embarrassed to be part of you. With all due respect to you, sir. They are doing this under your name. You are the Inspector General of Police. You now want to be victimizing children. You are too scared to go after the big boys who are behind this. I don't have a problem with you arresting insurrectionists and jailing insurrectionists if there's anything like that, if there's anybody like that, other than those who want to protest, because it's only in Nigeria now that those who became president by protest now want to turn protesting into a treasonable felony. Shame on all of you. I'm embarrassed by that prosecutor to be a lawyer like you. Because if the government wants to do this stupidity, you will resign and tell them, I cannot do that bullshit. To go and put children, 8, 10 years old, 12 years old, 14 years old, and then say I'm charging them for treasonable felony. Shori Yikbesha, are you people okay? From the Attorney General of the Federation to the Director of Public Prosecution, shame on all of you. Mr. President, with all due respect, sir, you're like a daddy to us. I respect you. I respect the position. But this is embarrassing, and I'm embarrassed, sir, that you are my president, and this is happening. You should give orders and have all those people who are part of this, let them be dismissed, and let that prosecutor himself go and face the charge for child abuse, for molestation, for all sorts of things you can count. Nigeria is a signatory to lots of treaties that has to do with the welfare of children. And I'm watching this in a nation.
Let me go and take the They came to the The prosecutor should do their business. How can you arrange children? What help?
I've seen lawyers with wig and gown in that place. See them running up and down. These are lawyers in wig and gown, disgracing the whole legal profession by being part of that rubbish. I expect them to speak up. One or two of them are talking, but not talking and just doing video. The judge himself is probably hiding in his chambers. Where was the judge? What court is that? This is where I expect people to be screaming. This has got nothing to do with whether I support Jagaban or I don't support Jagaban. This is about humanity. We know those who are putting those fists. If those kids have a map of Russia in their hand, somebody gave it to them. They could not have done the flag of Russia. Those are the people you're supposed to go after if you have a problem. But no, we have law enforcement officers that are afraid to go after the real criminals. And you Nigerians, you are not speaking. You are not talking because you are afraid that they might come and arrest you. Well, come and arrest me. I will be in Nigeria soon too. But when they come for your neighbor and you don't speak up, the day they're going to come for you, nobody will speak up for you. Those could be your children. Is the height of irresponsibility, the height of wickedness, the height of lawlessness to carry kids like that and pack them into what is happening to our juvenile system. Let's even say those kids were juvenile delinquents. We have laws for that. We have where you take them. You protect them because they don't know enough. They don't know better. You can take them away from their children so that they can get from their parents so that they can be better taken care of. You can find their parents. You can jail their parents for not taking care of them, but not the children. You do this in a place like America, this government will be fighting for its life. You can't do this. You goddamn cannot do this. President Jagaban, you cannot do this. And you guys can do whatever you want with me. But if people like me are not speaking up, shame on us. If you're out there watching this and you are not calling or doing what you need to do to those in government, your representatives, I'm going to be presenting to Senator Benga Daniel when I leave this place now. I'm going to send him a personal message. Daddy, what the heck is going on? You are a senator from my state. Are you going to let this stand because you are APC? I'm going to send it to him. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm going to go after my own representatives right now. What the heck is going on here? Those children need to be freed right away. They are children. And now we are disgracing ourselves all over the world. Who in the world will see it? They will think we are animals here. Only an animalistic country treats children like that. And then some bone-headed supporters of the government will come out and say, well, there are some circumstances you can treat children as adults. Is this the kind of situation? And if you're going to do that, is that how you do it? By packing 100 children inside a classroom, inside a courtroom, until one of them, some of them are fainting literally, under very abject conditions. Even if you're going to deal with them as adults. Is that how oh my God. Is that how a country with human beings as their leaders do? I'm ashamed of all of you. I'm ashamed of any Nigerian that will say anything in support of this government over this. I don't care who you are. I'm embarrassed to be your friend. Don't be my friend if you're going to be like that. I don't care who you are. Those are children. Let adults go and do their fight. And when these adults, you know them, you will not go and prosecute them. It is to be chasing Bobrisky all over the place. That's what you know. Our EFCC chairman, is this the kind of, you are a pastor. You are a pastor with a human heart. They are doing that. Yeah, you might say these are not the EFCC people. They are doing that and you are allowing it to stand. How can you stay on the pulpit on Sunday and preach the word of God? How? Our EFCC chairman will not go and arrest the real criminals. He will tell us, oh, I have convicted 5,000 people in our record. Go to our website. We have gone to your website. All we see there are children like this. 18-year-old, 17-year-old, 20-year-old. Those are the people who have been convicted. Yahoo boys who don't even have enough money to buy themselves a recharge card yet. Those are the ones our EFCC chairman is convicting. But Yahya Bello and co that you have been looking for, you refuse to go after them. They even show up in your office. You went and hide. You hid in your office and didn't come out. You said you're not going to talk to him because he came with some obas, because he came with some. What's wrong with you, sir? You need to man up. You need to man up. You will come out, you will arrest the man, you will thank those who bring him. In fact, you will want them. All those obas, all those leaders that came. Thank you for bringing this man to me. But you guys should be careful the company you keep. Because the company you keep talks about who you are. You shouldn't be associating with this man called Yahya Bello. That's how I will have addressed them. Then I will say, Yahya Bello, yeah, follow me. I would have made him follow me straight to jail. No, our EFCC chairman did not do that. He hid in his office. He said that he came with signatures. I'm not going to talk to him. Then at night, he sent his boys out with guns to go and look for the man who showed up in his office. Are we in a jungle now? When Nnamdi Kanu will say Nigeria is a zoo, everybody will be wanting to kill him. I'm not an Nnamdi Kanu supporter, and I've said they should go and try the man. If he's guilty of treason, try him, jail him for life, for all I care. But you can't keep him in jail forever either. If you like, say I'm an Nnamdi Kanu, whatever. Whatever is good for the goose is good for the gander. I'm a human rights guy. It is very wrong to keep somebody in jail indefinitely. You have done it to Nnamdi Kanu. Now it's children you are doing it to. Shame on you, shame on you. It's children you are doing it to now. Mr. Fagbemi, you are a responsible lawyer before they made you Attorney General. Don't let them turn you to an animal. You can't preside over this. If Mr. President wants to keep doing this shit, you leave the office for him. You are a very successful lawyer before you got there. And don't tell me this is not you, sir. You are the Attorney General of the goddamn Federation. Anything they do under your name. So you should be calling those people, those prosecutors, into your office tomorrow. Send them letters, send them message. Come into my office tomorrow morning. Let them come and explain to you why they did that. Why they did this to children.
Let me go and take the They came to the The prosecutor should do their business. How can you arrange children? What house? Sorry. You said
And when a very dark man talks, they will say he's trying to gather clout. They will even say, even me, I'm gathering clout. Even if I'm gathering clout, is that the issue? The issue is that we've got a government that does not care about children. We've got a government that is so insensitive at this point that it didn't care about treating children like animals. That is what is relevant, not whether anybody is gathering clout or not gathering clout. If very dark man is gathering clout, you too should stop doing stuff that will help him to gather clout. Shebi, it's because stuff is happening in your government that is upsetting the man and upsetting Nigerians. That's why people are supporting very dark man. I support him. I watch him every day. An ordinary leader should not be the man I'll go and be watching. Ordinarily, what will concern me and very dark man? We are not in the same realm. We don't do anything together. We are not in the same realm. But because those who should speak up are not speaking up, and that's how God works. God is now raising up a very dark man to put, even his name self should be an embarrassment to us as a nation. Very dark man. That is the man that is showing us light in our nation now. Very dark man is the one that is showing us very, very good light because he's pointing attention to what is going on in our nation. Because you and I, who are supposed to speak, we are no longer talking. We are afraid that the government will arrest us. We are afraid of upsetting our friends who are in government. We are afraid of what we have built up. And shame on all of us, my generation, who are tolerating this. This is not the generation we were given. No. They did not treat us like this when we were young. The government that were in power then, our parents did not allow them to treat us the way these children have been treated. So we cannot fail them. I grew up under military dictatorship. They don't mess with children. They have issues with the elders who want to plan, who do stuff among themselves. They deal with themselves. But we are now in that era now where we are watching children being treated like animals in our courtrooms. The courtrooms are supposed to be hallowed halls of justice. They're supposed to be a place you enter, and you enter with reverence. In the days of the Gallifrey enemies of this world, even the establishment people like Rotimi Williams, when you enter the court, you enter with fear, with reverence for the person sitting there. But look at this today. Who will enter this court and have respect for that judge? I don't know who the judge is. But shame on you too, sir. My Lord. Shame on you. For you to allow them to turn your court into that. I'm not a judge, but I can guarantee you that shit cannot happen in my court. That prosecutor cannot do that in my court. And he should not do that in the court of any responsible judge. You control your courtroom. The judge will have told that prosecutor, are you insane? You want to carry all these people and put in the dock in my own courtroom? Are you okay? That's what the judge should be telling him. But the judge is probably too scared to speak. Maybe they will remove you. If they remove you, are they going to take your bar license? We need to speak up. And that is why my mad respect keeps going to the obedience who will not agree for anybody. The angrier you are now, the more I like you. I'm not an obedient anymore, I agree. Because I want to be free to criticize anybody that I want, whether it's Peter Obio, whether it is Yayao, whether it is Atiku, whether it's Jagabano. I want to be free. I don't want to be aligned to no movement. But I have mad respect for you guys. Don't ever let that your anger go down. Because the nation dies when the youths are no longer angry about underperformance in their nation. I wrote a book about it. It's called The Children of Anger. It's coming out right after The Kingmaker of Muguland. The very first book. I told you guys, I've decided to retreat into fiction. That's what I've been cooking for the last 6 months. Now I'm coming out with a bang. I'm going to launch the first book, The Kingmaker of Muguland. Again, Muguland is a fictional country that is in my head. In case you can read about it at the bottom there, it's an expansive fictional universe. Okay, that is set in a rich but politically volatile nation. Represents basically what we are seeing in Africa. A lot of it, of course, also in Nigeria. But I'm not mentioning Nigeria specifically. I don't want to get in. I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want it to be overshadowed by, this is the person who's talking about this. I want to also talk about the issues of political machinations, issue of election rigging, issue of tribalism, issue about treating children like animals, issue about stealing money. That is what we need to talk about. So tonight is my rant. Like I said, I have no agenda. I have no. Normally, when I do my show, I have whatever. I don't have an agenda. I'm just so upset watching that and then seeing people trying to still say something for the government about those children. We have nothing to say about what? That they are the one that want to do revolution now. Are they Showore now? Or you don't know where Showore is? Showore claimed is the leader, that we have the leaders of those who want to do a demonstration, and it's demonstration they are doing, which is a legitimate thing. So big ups to Showore also. He has a right to demonstrate. When everybody, this is what happened in time of Abacha. All of a sudden, every big person that should talk, they were all too afraid that Abacha will come and kill them. They kept quiet as the whole nation was bastardized. I'm not saying Jagaban is Abacha, but that's how it starts. When you look at this, I don't know how you guys can look at yourself in the mirror.
Let me go and take the This person is taking to the clinic. They came to the now. The prosecutor should do their business. How can you arrange children?
And watch that and still be proud of your country tonight. Shame on you. If you're a lawyer watching this and you're not outraged and you're not reaching out to those who can do something about this, shame on you. You can bring it on. I'm not afraid of controversy. You can drag me. You know, come. You know, I'll answer the bell. Call my name. I'll be there. This is too much. This is fucking too much. Excuse my language. Imagine somebody in Norway watching this, somebody in US watching this, somebody in UK. What are they going to call us? Children is not, they are not part of your monopoly. Politicians, APC, PDP, KRC, and Labour Party, children should be out of your people's mouths. Do your own thing. And all those adults too that are putting these children in harm's way, God will punish all of you. All of you are gathering these children and putting flags in their hands and putting them at risk and running away. When they got arrested, God will punish you. Because children are not supposed to be treated like this. We're supposed to nurture them. We're supposed to help them. And then we just look at this and we walk away. Or you want to defend, I don't care what they've done. Even if they are murderers, they are 10 years old. International law says they don't know better. And it is true, they don't know better. You put them in wayward children's place where they have, that are children's place. Not lock them up in Kirikiri with hardened criminals. Just because they were carrying flags. Or just because they participated in a demonstration that the government feels that it's an insurrection. Then you put 10, 14, 12-year-old, 15-year-olds, you put them among hardened criminals for 92 days. 92 days, Mr. Fagbemi, Attorney General, 92 days. And you are there. And you can sleep. Mr. Fakorede, EFCC Chairman, you can sleep in your house tonight, watching those children being treated like garbage, being treated like animals in their own nation. Sir, I'm disappointed. You can do whatever you have to me. I'm disappointed. I expected better. I'm not supporting any side. If anybody has done anything against the law, please, for God's sake, throw the law at them, throw away the key for all I care. But leave children out of it. Leave children out of it. That is going to a level I can no longer stand. And I'm out now, and I'm going to keep coming out, and I'm going to keep saying my mind. And that takes me to the next issue tonight. The EFCC and their obsession with Bobrisky. What the heck is wrong with you, sir? Mr. EFCC Chairman, when you were appointed, I was one of those guys who was saying this man is going to do awesome things. I know you're a decent human being, or at least that's what I thought you are. You're a man that has a fear of God and a man who wants to do the right thing. And I've met you only one time, nothing but grace. I have to give you that. You are not arrogant in person. I've seen you. I've been to your office one time, and the way you received us and the way you spoke to us, perfect gentlemanly way. I have to give you your flowers for that. And I've been one of those guys who have been saying this man is going to make a difference. But in the last few months, you have not only disappointed me, you have become an embarrassment to that position. Because instead of you doing your job, all we hear you about talking about is complaining about the problems of your job. Guys, make your comments if you have anything to say about this, and I really don't care. If you want to abuse me or not, it's okay. The comment box are there. When you put your comment, I'm going to see it. Tell me what to think about what is going on, and share the link. I want as many people as possible to see this. Yeah, let them say I'm trying to gather clout. Yes, I will gather more clouds. But when I have clout, then I can speak more against injustice in the nation. Very Dark Man now is speaking against the nation. Everybody should support what Very Dark Man is doing. If we have 1,000 of us doing that, this nation will be better. How many issues has he raised in the last 10 days that has changed the game? That Alex guy that beat up a Lyft driver. We saw now, at least he's apologizing now. Now he's working out, he's going to sort out the man. That is how you build a nation. A Very Dark Man in a nation that has sense. That's the kind of man they should give an award at the end of the year. Seriously. Forget whether he's getting benefit from it or not getting benefit from it. That is not the issue. That's not the issue. I see you, Mr. Folashinu Vincent. Says, speak up, brother, you're on point. Hey, even if I'm not on point, I'm going to keep talking. Augustine Bako, I'm always going to be proud of you, my daddy. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. My point here, people, what exactly is EFCC's problem? EFCC's problem with Bobrisky? In a nation with so much problem, with so many high-level criminals that EFCC is supposed to go be prosecuting, they seem to be obsessed with Bobrisky, a cross-dresser, a nobody, by normal standards. That should not be your concern. It's an entertainer. The man just getting his clout, enjoying himself, and is cross-dressing. So, if you want to prosecute him for cross-dressing, if there's a law against that, then prosecute him. First, it is, he's spraying money. When all the millionaires and billionaires, they are all spraying money. We still saw a governor, a purported governor, who was spraying at his daughter's wedding. From what I'm understanding, that's not the governor's daughter, but that was a big man, whoever that was, who was spraying money all over the floor at the wedding of somebody. The EFCC did not go and arrest him. No, they won't do that. It's Bobrisky they want to arrest. Okay, they've done that. Bobrisky himself was foolish. He went and pleaded guilty to a nothing charge. Because when they went after a chief priest, Obi Kubana's chief priest, see how he made a year of them. They said, he said, plead. I'll be waiting. Let's go to court. Because they have no case, they had to quietly back down from Obi Kubana's chief priest. But Bobrisky, because he got bad advice, went and pleaded guilty to spraying Naira. Okay, he served his jail time. Whether he stay in jail or did he stay in jail, Very Dark Man is dragging that with all of you people. Then they arrested him again when he was about to leave the country at the same border. They still haven't told us the law is violated, because nobody can tell me he's trying to run away from the country when he has his passport in his hand. If he has a court order for him not to travel, he won't have a passport. But let's even say he went to forge the passport. Okay, but you have arrested him. The same government released this same Bobrisky. You released him just a few days ago. Then the next thing we are hearing, EFCC has gone to waylay him on KLM flight. Are you guys okay? EFCC, is Bobrisky the problem you should be wasting our time, our money as a country on right now? A cross-dresser in a nation where nothing is working at this point? What exactly is your love affair with Bobrisky? At this point, I have to ask you, do with that whatever you want. Why are you obsessed with this guy? If you want to charge him to court, charge him to court. Why will you even wait until he's on KLM flight before you want to forcibly drag him until you guys got into altercation and the boy is claiming that he was injured? Why will you even let it get to that? If it's a man of interest, don't you know his house? Or you don't have EFCC before they check into the airport? We see them, we know them. EFCC is there. So why did EFCC wait until he got onto the KLM plane before they are still trying to arrest him? What is wrong with you people? Mr. Fakoreda, I'm just disappointed at the chairman. I love that man so much. But these days, all he wears is fine suits, fine striped suits, Saviro. That's what the man is wearing all over the place and talking. And let's go and build school to teach criminals how to divert their. Is that your job? Is your job to rehabilitate criminals? We have ministries for that. Mr. President has created ministries for that. Poverty alleviation, all of that stuff, they're there. We have the Ministry of Digital Economy. They're all there. That's their job. Your job is to prosecute criminals, not to hug them, not to love them. That's not your job. You should be the most feared person in Nigeria by criminals. When you roll, when they see you roll into a venue, they should be peeing in their pants, but they can't pee because they know you're a motivational speaker. All you're going to do is talk, look at our nation. Oh, if you know what's going on in this nation, if you see what is in my file, you will cry. We did not appoint you to be crying over the files. Mr. President appointed you to clean up the files. Everything is not Jagaban's fault. He has appointed people for us, but they're not doing the job. They should all be fired, not reassigned, fire their asses, get new people there. Mr. EFCC, what is the problem of Bobrisky with you people? I don't know the man. I've never met him. I don't like him. I don't like all this cross-dressing stuff. But it's a free country. Unless somebody can tell me cross-dressing is against the law. Now, I don't know. I don't know the current laws of Nigeria. I know we have law against homosexuality. Okay, so if that's what you want to charge him for, go ahead. If it's cross-dressing, I don't know if that's against the law. It's freedom of dressing. Do I want my daughter or son to dress like, I will beat him to death if he dressed like that. I don't agree. At least if it's my child, see, under 21, you dress like that, I'll literally kill you myself. Okay? So my kids cannot dress like that. But that's what he wants. And if it's against the law, go deal with him. If it's not against the law, let the man go. So what is it? You have jailed him for spraying Naira. Now the man has opened a can of worms. He said that they put him in some house, that he has some godfather or whatever. If he lied, then charge him to court. Falana's name has been mentioned, then sue him. Let all of us keep talking bullshit like, you defame me, I'm going to do this, I'm going to... Stop talking about what you're going to do it. Sue him. Falana said he wants to go on a civil case, which I agree. If you have been libel, then let's make it a civil case. Don't arrest the guy, so I have to give Falana his flowers for that. I was on Twitter with him. It was clear he's not going to use criminal law against this man. He's going to sue him, and he's going to sue Very Dark Man for libeling him. That's what he said. And I said, that's great. I love that. That's a civilized human being. So what exactly is the problem of EFCC now? If he made false allegations against you, then you charge. But you had him in custody just a few days ago. EFCC might say, oh, they are not the one that arrested him, but it's another government parastatal. You could make a phone call and say, oh, we are looking for that boy. Hold him, oh, when he's done, we are coming. Or they just granted him bail in court. They took him to court over whatever it is they want to take him to, but he was granted bail. You could have picked him up right after the bail was granted. You do it all the time. You did it against Nnamdi Kanu now. He was granted bail, but you pick him up from there and jail him again. And you do it to a lot of people. So if you want to arrest him, why don't you go and pick him up once they've granted him bail? Why must you wait until he's on KLM flight? It's like this EFCC guy likes drama. It's like you just want to disgrace people before you find them guilty. That's why you are turning Yaya Bello into some kind of hero now. A man that should probably, if he did what they said he did, should be dealing with 20 years jail. But the man showed up, said, this is me, try me. You didn't arrest him. You go to his house at night. Do you think we're not going to support you? No, I'm for Bello's rights, no matter what is done. You can't carry a gun to go and say you want to arrest the man in the middle of the night when the man has come to your office in the afternoon. Human right belongs to everybody, whether it's a criminal or not, they have their right, and that's where I stand. I'm not supporting Yaya Bello. If he's committed a crime, they should convict him, they should jail him and put him in jail for life if that is in the law. But what you cannot do is violate people's rights when you are the EFCC chairman, just because your ego is robbed. A man showed up in your office, you refuse, you said you put a wanted alert, you spend our money, by the way, on advertising. Yaya Bello is a wanted man. The wanted man showed up in your office. You did not arrest him. You are saying he came with people. People that you should have even arrested with him too, and put both of them, all of them in jail first. As accessories, let them be sorting themselves out after 48 hours. I'll first arrest all those elders, all those people he came with. I'll put all of them in jail. Then I'll release them 24 hours later. And I warn them very well. Messing around with a criminal, don't come here again. No, you didn't do that. I'm disappointed. And if I'm ranting, you have to understand that I'm extremely upset, especially about those little children tonight. And that is why I said, no, I have to go live tonight. I was going to start my countdown 5 days from now. No, I'm going to start it today. So I'm going to be launching my book. It's a blockbuster. All right. In fact, I'm going to do something for you tonight because we have been having a big issue in my team. While they were doing the editing, I think some of them were sharing the book with others. So some already got, I think, about the first 100 pages of that book, 112 pages or so, the first draft of the, I think, a big part of the book. So some of you already are reading it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it available to the whole world. That is the book I'm launching on the 17th of November. It's a historical fiction novel inspired by true life events. It's really about this place in Africa called Muguland, a representative nation for everything that is wrong about Africa. So the book is about election rigging, godfatherism, all the stuff that we see in literally every country in Africa. Okay, this is a work of historical fiction. I'm not mentioning anybody by name. If the cap fits you, wear it very well. But I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about a fictional nation called Muguland. So I'm going to make that leaked version available to everybody who wants to read it. All you need to do is go here, where is my link, and download. We are going to be launching this book on the 17th. But if you go now, over the next 3 days, we are leaving the leaked copy live. Kingmaker of Muguland /leaked. If you click on that link, you join the Muguland Nation newsletter, you will get a free copy of that book sent to your email. So that a free copy of the leaked copy, which is about 100 pages. The book itself is about 400 pages. It's a real novel. It's a novel. Before they start looking for me all over Nigeria now, it's a novel. I'm not talking about anybody. It's historical fiction that mirrors a lot of the stuff that we're seeing all over Africa. Some of you might see yourself in there. That is your imagination working. I do not have you in mind. I'm just writing a fiction because that is the only area I can go now. I want to go into the realms of fiction to be able to bring out all this stuff that is running me mental in my head. Our nations all over Africa are messed up. All the way from Kenya to South Africa to Nigeria, everywhere. It's almost like we are cloning the same type of leaders, the same type of situations. Election rigging, godfatherism, restless youths, youths who will not agree, youths who want to fight, youths who want to demonstrate. All of that is not peculiar to Nigeria. So I'm representing that in this book called The Kingmaker of Muguland. It's one of my, in fact, it's my very first historical fiction, but I'm writing a series of them. In fact, the one called The Children of Anger is also ready, which is about the youths of a nation who just will not let go. But that one is coming next month. This month, we are launching The Kingmaker of Muguland. It's a historical fiction novel about a fictional country called Muguland and about election, fight for power, and stuff like that. Absolutely, absolutely riveting as a novel. I thought I had the picture of it here. I don't. But I have an intro video of what you can expect. What we have also done is that book. It's almost 400 pages. What we're now doing is that we're turning every chapter of that book into a video, a YouTube video. I mean, they're easy to do these days with graphics and all that. So I'm also going to be launching the official channel of Muguland, what I call Muguland Nation. Some of you, we already have some videos there. In fact, some of the intro videos are already live on that YouTube channel. Where is it now? It's YouTube Muguland Nation. Okay, so you want to follow our channel. The YouTube channel is Muguland Nation. You're going to see some intro episodes of the book there. You're going to see some coming soon about some of the books that I'm going to be launching soon is youtube.com/@Muguland Nation. youtube.com/@Muguland Nation. You're going to get some introductory videos to this book that is coming out, but you can get the book itself right now. Talk about the leaked version, I think it's about 110 pages that you can just download and read for free so that you get an idea of what this book is about. And then, of course, over the next 14, 15 days, I'm going to be doing almost a daily show to bring you, to introduce the book. We're going to be introducing to the characters tomorrow. We're going to introduce to some of the characters in the book, what they're about, what they did in the book, so that you can start to get a very good feel for this book that is coming out. I promise you, you're going to love it, but it's a work of fiction. If you take it literally, at your own risk. I had to use my imagination to write all sorts of stuff. It's fiction that I think you're going to enjoy, but it addresses a lot of the issues that we are dealing with. I know some are watching from Kenya right now. Some of your issues are there. Some are watching from South Africa. So I created this fictional country in my head, and then start to deal with the issues that I feel we should talk about. So go check it out and tell me what you think. I think it's a great work of fiction if you look at it that way. If you decide to see yourself in it, you're on your own. Okay, or you like to see your boss in it, you're on your own. I'm not writing about your boss. I'm writing a fiction. Let me see if I can find some intro videos I can show you about the book that is coming out soon. Here is a promo, a copy for the book.
What happens when the kingmaker decides he must be king? In Muguland, where power is the ultimate prize, one man's ambition threatens to unravel the fabric of a nation. He's played the game for years, pulling strings behind the scenes. But now, the stakes are higher than ever. As secrets unravel and betrayals surface, the line between right and wrong blurs, and the true cost of power is revealed. In this battle for the soul of Muguland, alliances will crumble and enemies will rise. Will the kingmaker's ambition be his downfall? The Kingmaker of Muguland, a political thriller that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Available now. Get your copy today and step into the shadowy world of Muguland.
All right, again, it's not yet available. That was the intro video that I was supposed to launch last month, but something happened. The book wasn't finished, but the book is done now. I even have some print copies, which I hardly ever do. And on the day of the launch, I'm going to be giving away 100 copies of these printed books for some as a giveaway on the launch day. So after you have downloaded the leaked copies of the book at this kingmakerofmuguland.com/leaked, you are going to be directed to a page for you to register for the official launch. The official launch of the book is going to be November 17th. It's going to be a day like no other, where we are now going into the realms of fiction to deal with issues. I'm tired of just dealing with real life. I can't deal with it anymore. My brain got to go into the realm of historical fiction. And it's always been my dream. Some of you might be surprised. When I was young, I actually wanted to be a writer. I wanted to be an author. I wanted to be like James Hadley Chase, because that is what I really loved when I was in secondary school. But I was too afraid to tell my dad that I want to be an author. So my dad said, you are going to be a lawyer. And who am I to talk? I will get killed or something. So I didn't talk. Now, I'm in my 60. I'm 60 years old now. I want to indulge that my dream when I was 15. Because now nobody can hold me. I can write whatever I want. So please read it and tell me what you think about this, what I call a preview of this book that is coming. Yes, another promo that
This
I really love.
is the riveting story of a mysterious child in Muguland with a mysterious past and no known playmates, who rose from obscurity to mysterious wealth. He first seized local power with the backing of one of the most powerful families in the LA city of Muguland. Throughout his remarkable career, he shaped the destinies of both great and not-so-great political leaders, pulling the strings of Muguland's politics from the shadows. Known as the Kingmaker, he eventually ascended to become the apex predator in the treacherous landscape of Muguland's political jungle. Now, after a lifetime of deciding who would be king, he has chosen to step out of the shadows into the glamorous office of the presidency of Muguland. The Kingmaker is ready to snatch and run away with the political throne of Muguland for himself, by boldly staking his claim to the #1 seat power in broad daylight. Will he succeed? Will his vaulting ambition lead to his downfall? Can he overcome the overwhelming opposition arranged against him? Can he survive the treacherous betrayals within his own inner circle? Or will he outlast them all and emerge as the last man standing? Get a copy of this riveting debut political novel from Dr. Ope Banwo and immerse yourself in the explosive saga of an ambitious kingmaker's quest to rule Mugaland. This novel of political intrigue is not based on a true story. Therefore, any semblance to any country, events, or persons, living or dead, is purely the product of your hyperactive imagination. This novel drops globally on October 1st, 2024. Sign up today for updates and a chance to win one of the 100 free giveaway copies and other giveaway prizes on launch day at kingmakerofmugaland.com.
All right, again, it's not yet out. It's going to be out on the 17th of November. I'm so excited. Of course, it's going to be live on all the global stores. It's already live on Amazon. It's already live on Barnes & Noble. But all over Nigeria, it's going to be live on the 17th. You want to come in there and try to get, see if you can get a free copy. I'm giving away free print copies of this book on the 17th of November. And I'm so excited about that. You know, writing novels frees you. Okay, writing novels, because it's a novel, you can let your imagination go wherever you please. And I have a 10-book series. Along that, we're going to be going back into every part of Africa, into every part of Muguland's Africa. And I think you're going to have fun. But as for what happened today about those children that were arraigned in court, that drove me crazy and inspired me to open this room tonight, I just want to say to those of us, whatever country you are in, wherever you are in, where things look like they are going bad, don't cry. Everything is going to be all right. Remember that song? Everything is going to be all right for Kenyans, for South Africans who are despairing to the point of saying, bring back the white man to come and run our country again. I saw a lady, a black lady, doing a video literally crying, saying that our people, the black people in South Africa have failed. They should go and bring back the white people to come and rule them again. And I just wanted to cry. I understand that tears. Because when the white people were there, things were working. The people in Kenya, children leaving their school and deciding that they don't want their governments anymore. Nigerians getting on the street to try to protest, some of them getting shot in broad daylight. I understand. It's going to be all right. Why? Because after darkness, there's definitely going to be the light in the morning. But all of us have to speak out. We have to speak to it. And that is why Mugu Prince has done a buster for me. I love it. The minute I start saying, I want to see something about how we don't have to cry the same way Bob Marley did. Don't cry. No Muguland, don't cry. A song from Mugu Prince. I wrote the song, yes, based on what I'm thinking in my head. Looking for a better future for our nations all over Africa. It's called No Muguland, No Cry. Enjoy, as I'm going to come back, and then I'll close the show for tonight.
No Muguland, no cry. No Muguland, no cry. Oh, Muguland, no cry. No Muguland, no cry. 'Cause I remember when we used to sit under the old trees, wide embrace. They split us up with words of hate. Yeah, turned tribes to tools they could replace. Oh, they stoked the fire, watched us burn, while children cried from hunger's pain. They sold our future for their gain, left us stranded in the rain. No Muguland, no cry. No Muguland, no cry. Oh, Muguland, no cry. No Muguland, no cry. 'Cause I remember when we used to sit under the old trees, wide embrace. They split us up with words of hate. Yeah, turned tribes to tools they could replace. Oh, they stoked the fire, watched us burn, while children cried from hunger's pain.
They sold our future for their gain, left us stranded in the rain. No Mugaland, no cry. No Mugaland, no cry. Oh my people, don't shed no tears. No Mugaland, no cry. I remember when they preached of peace, with silver tongues that spread their lies. Promised us fields where we could grow, yeah. But greed left empty bowls and sighs. Oh, their pockets full, their hearts so cold. They didn't care if we survived. They used our fears to take control, while their children only thrived. No Mugaland, no cry. No Mugaland, no cry. Oh my people, don't shed no tears. No Mugaland, no cry. Their ambition sees no vision, just the crown and hollow fame. They divide us with their blindness, but we won't play that game, yeah. And while we mourn, everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright now. Everything's gonna be alright. No Mugaland, no cry. No Mugaland, no cry. Oh my people will stand so strong. No Mugaland, no cry. Said, oh Mugaland, don't shed no tears. No Mugaland, no cry. We've seen their grief, we felt their chains. No Mugaland, no cry. No Mugaland, no Mugaland, no Mugaland, no cry. No Mugaland, no cry. One more time, let's raise our voice so clear. No Mugaland, no cry. No Mugaland, no cry.
Sorry about that. That is the theme song for one of our books, Shattered Hopes, in the Chronicles of Mugaland series. Still coming soon. But we are going to be launching the Kingmaker of Mugaland itself, the first in the series, on the 17th of November, right here on this show. And please go get a copy of the leaked chapters. We have, I think, 112 pages of this book, the first 112 pages, so that you can get a great idea of what this book is all about, so that you can be ready for the official launching and be ready to grab your own special order on that day. Do not cry. Africa is going to see better days. Ghana will see better days. Kenya will see better days. South Africa will see better days. And of course, my own country of birth, Nigeria, must see better days in my lifetime. We're not going to cry. We're just going to face the issues head on. God bless you guys, and thank you for watching. I will see you tomorrow as we begin to count down to the Kingmaker of Mugaland. God bless. And I'm out.